Hey guys, and welcome back to In the Kitchen with Jess and Jesus. Today we're going to be making a boudin stuffed pork tenderloin that we're going to wrap in bacon. This is going to be so good, and I'm sorry I'm going to be down here because I got this camera rigged up and I hope it don't fall. So y'all just going to get a bird's eye view today. So usually when I make this dish, I have pork tenderloin that's not seasoned or anything, but I couldn't find one. So for today, we're using this, what is this? It's Applewood smoked bacon seasoned tenderloin. So what you're going to do, we are going to cut this bad boy open. You need a sharp knife for this recipe. This is the sharpest one I got. I hope it holds up. Okay guys, so what I've done so far is I have trimmed off this big thick piece of fat that was on the tenderloin to make it more lean, and there's little bacon pieces on this one because it was an Applewood smoked bacon, and we're going to wrap it in bacon, so I was getting rid of that. Alright, I'm going to leave y'all watching me for this part. This is how we're going to cut this tenderloin to stuff it. I want you to turn your tenderloin on a side where you can work with it, and you're going to cut about a pork chop size thick. What is that, about 1/4 of an inch maybe? Not very thick. And you're just going to make a slice down your tenderloin, trying to keep it as even as you can. It don't have to be perfect. Once you get that slice, we're going to continue to slice till we get to this other side, but we're not going to go through the tenderloin when we get to the other side. What we're trying to do here is like butterfly it, I guess you could say. We're going to roll this thing out. You're going to see. Alright, so I'm reaching the other end. And as I reach that end, I'm going to roll it, and I'm just going to keep my cut going the same length all the way around. Start here so I can see what I'm doing. I went a little thin there, but that's okay. Try to make it too thin because this is a small one. Alright. We're going to do this until you get a whole sheet of tenderloin. Now this is a really yummy recipe, and it's not very hard to make at all. They make it look complicated, but it's not. It's really not. I think I'm making this down a little thicker. That'd be alright. Okay. We're getting there. Almost there. A little bit more. A little bit more. This is why you want a sharp knife, y'all. Y'all want this part to go by pretty easy. I keep flipping it around to look and make sure I'm not going all the way through it. And making sure I'm... There we go. Alright. So, now we got this tenderloin. I did cut through it in a few spots, but that's okay. Alright, so we got it rolled out. Get my hands clean. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your favorite crawfish boudin. I'm using Vernon today. I don't know if that's my favorite or not, but that was what they had at Carter's grocery store. Shout out to Carter's in Albany. We love that place. Alright, so you're going to take your boudin and we're going to place it on your tenderloin towards one side. And what I do is I take my knife and I run down this case in here. And I just cut it open like that so we could remove it. Because we don't need that in this recipe. Just remove it. I know what y'all are thinking. And don't go there with your dirty minds. Alright. So I'm going to put 2 pieces in this tenderloin. Look, those links are stuck together. Alright. And then I'll have a link left to cook. Alright, so I'm going to cut this one open too. I've never done it with 2, but last time I didn't have enough with 1. I wanted more. So, remove that casing. Since I'm using two, I'm going to kind of just mash them together somehow. And then what you're going to do is you're going to grab your tenderloin and you're going to start rolling it up like this. Roll it tightly. This would be also, before I roll this bad boy up, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of seasoning on it. I forgot about that, y'all. I'm using the Weber steak and chop seasoning. It's one of my favorites when I'm dealing with pork. I'm just going to get that all over that. Alright, now, back to what we were doing. Rolling it up. Haha, the dogs just got them some. I dropped a little bit, it squoze out the end. This is messy, y'all. Alright, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit more of my favorite seasoning on there. Now, I'm going to kind of spin this bad boy around right there. Now you're going to grab your bacon. And we're going to get that bacon laid out. This might be one of my longer videos because my hands are dirty and I just don't feel like... Come on, bacon. Okay, we're just going to cut it and we'll put the bacon that's left over in a Ziploc bag. Alright. Phew. Get your bacon and you're going to lay it out on your cutting board. About the same length as your tenderloin. Now there's a few different methods to using bacon when you cook. You could always weave it and that would make like a basket effect. And if you wanted to do that, that's real easy too. I'll show you in a second. Get these pieces laid down here. Alright, so say you wanted to weave it, you would just do this. Just like that. And so on. And it creates a really, really cool look to it. But this is the way we're going to rock it today. I'm just getting these pieces real close together and stretched out. Just like that. And we're going to grab our pork tenderloin and keep it in the direction we was heading. And we're going to roll it up by grabbing the ends of this bacon as we go. Alright, now same thing, just kind of try to keep it tight. Do it the best you can. I might have too much bacon on here. My end pieces aren't trying to stay. Alright, I ain't going to fight with it. It'll just do what it's going to do and we'll pin it up. Alright, so now we have done that. That bacon don't want to stay on that end right there. I'm going to have to stick a toothpick or something through it. I don't even know if I have any toothpicks. I'll tell you what I do have. Shish kebab sticks. I don't know if this is going to work or not. You know what? That's dumb. Let me just stick to what I'm doing here, and if it falls, it falls. It don't matter. Okay, we have twine. Let me find it. Be right back. Okay, y'all. So we got this butcher twine here. And what I'm doing is I'm just cutting it into a few pieces that I think it's going to fit and wrap it on this tenderloin. Just like that. You don't need but maybe 3 or 4 pieces. It's not a very big cut of meat. I don't have my scissors. Y'all, I've been in the hospital all week and my house is, I don't even know where everything's at. You know how when somebody else cleans, everything's just misplaced. I'm so thankful to be out that hospital, but boy, it's going to take me a minute to get this house back the way I want it. Alright, so now I'm going to take this twine and we're just going to tie it in a knot around the tenderloin. It's not really necessary if you don't have twine. I have literally used those shish kebab sticks and just kind of tried to hold everything together before, and it works. It does. This ain't a beauty competition. We just want to eat. Okay. Get my strings. I guess I could have just rolled this on there like I did the bacon, huh? Put these in the middle. Get them laid down. And you can cook with this twine, and when it's done, you just cut it on off. All right. So, getting it tied up all pretty. And the oven is preheated to 350 degrees. And we're going to put this in the oven and we're going to bake it for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. You're just going to have to check till your pork gets to the right temperature, which is like 145 degrees, I think. Don't quote me on that. Y'all Google it. I make mine until the bacon looks crispy like I like. But that's it. I'm going to put this in just a bacon dish. I think I'm using a casserole dish or something. And it's going to go in the oven. Okay. So we got it up in the casserole dish and it's getting ready to go in the oven. You could, if you want to, you could sprinkle you a little garlic powder on here and some brown sugar. That brown sugar sounds nice. I might do that. No, not this time. But yeah, that would be good too. Some brown sugar on bacon's never wrong. You can't go wrong with that. I'll get this put in here. I'm not covering it. Put it in the center rack of the oven and I'll show y'all when it's done. Where y'all at? Okay, y'all, we're going to pull this out of the oven and see what we got. I turned the broiler on for just a few minutes. I burnt the top a little, but that's okay. Alright. All that bacon grease. This looks good. I'm going to let it rest for a moment, and then I'm going to get it out and we're going to cut it open. Okay, y'all, it's still hot, but I've cut the strings off of it. I'm trying to show y'all. It's got a lot of juice. I don't want it to dump off the pan. What it looks like. And let's cut into it and see what we got. Get you a clean knife for this. Don't use your same knife. Or if you do like I did, wash it. Alright. Look at that juice coming out of that. Okay, I'm going to have to bring the camera down so y'all can see. Look at that. Boudin stuffed pork tenderloin. Watch the juice. All that juice up in there. That's good stuff. Good stuff. Can't really see what angle I'm at over here. Alright, y'all. Yum.